Okay, howdy. I guess I'm here to tell you about my experience at my father's house on Congress Street in Moravia. It's a big pink house, Victorian style place. Um, I remember I lived with him shortly by myself for a few years, and he used to work guard duty, and sometimes he'd be gone for the weekend, or I believe he's working two jobs. He's also working at a gun factory in Cortland or something like that. And I remember being there by myself a lot at night. He had a big stereo. I'd play it really loud, and I had a lot of fun. I'd sneak some of his beers and stuff. Had a good time. But I remember that house was pretty creepy. There's times that I didn't feel like I was alone there. Um, one particular time, I was downstairs listening to music, and I hear somebody walking around upstairs. I thought it was my dad. He's a big man. He's about 6'2", 6'1", and always, 225, maybe more. And so, you hear, it's not, a small lady walking around or something. It sounded like a big man walking around in his combat boots. I thought it was my dad. And so I turned the music down. Could still hear it. Sounded like he was upstairs running himself a bath. The bath was right at the top of the stairs. You get to the top of the stairs right there on the left. If you went down to the bottom of the stairs, straight ahead, just a couple feet, is the living room. It's kind of open space there through the doorway, and so you could hear it pretty good. And I heard the bathtub running. I heard him walking around up there. It sounded like him, to be honest. It sounded like a big man walking around up there. So I yelled, "Hey, Dad, you home?" Nothing. Didn't hear anything. Nothing back. Bath, I can still hear running, crystal clear. And I also could still hear some walking around, like he had gone down the hallway to his room at the other end of the house, which I always thought that end of the house was kind of spooky too. You got weird feelings, like somebody was standing behind you or something. And I could still hear him walking around, shuffling stuff around in his room. "Dad! Dad! Hey! What are you doing?" Nothing. I go upstairs. Bath is not running. Uh, he's not upstairs. Nobody's upstairs, and now it's deadly silent. So I thought about it for a second and ran out of the house, ran across town to my grandmother's house and stayed there until he got home and told him about it. And he told me that he's heard something very similar in there quite a few times. I think some of my siblings did too. Sound like a big man upstairs, walking around in big boots. Another time I was there sitting out on the back porch, and as I recall, my dad had said he had prayed for that thing to leave. And I didn't know that. I didn't know about that, but I was sitting on the back porch, and about 15, 20 feet from the back steps is the garage, and it's kind of dark out, pretty dark out. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, coming across the yard this way, I hear like something really big, like all of a sudden, like there's like a freaking gigantic bear running at me or something. Big, heavy footsteps hitting the ground, and like a rustling sound behind it, like it's dragging something behind it, and something big, tall, and dark. Not a bear. I would have thought more like a gorilla that stood up like a man. I mean, it's big, dark, and something dark on the ground behind it went right between me and the garage and kept going. And I went inside, told my dad about it. I was pretty spooked out. Wouldn't go outside there by myself for a while. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I remember some spooky sounds in that house a lot of times. You'd see things cross your sight of vision. Typical things. Pretty much everybody's experienced that kind of stuff. You see something out of the corner of your eye. That kind of stuff. But, yep, that's about it. All right.